keep it a little bit on the front side of the CG. You'll be really glad you did. They don't call for any kind of mix with the flap to elevator. It doesn't need it as long as you're CGing right on the money or a little bit forward. I loved it. And the full flying stab, um, it's unique to a foamy, but as long as you're not doing 3D with it, I think you'll be okay. It's going to stand up. It's got a major it's got a big carbon fiber spar in it. So that's cool. Guys, thanks for coming over to my Instagram. Second flight on the E-Flight Cherokee. My buddy Tom out here at Tri Valley is flirting with disaster. Give it some juice, bro. This thing, it'll let you get away with that feeling though, man. I just handed it to him because I was going to give him the phone. I was like, dude, how can you film? You good with the camera? And I handed it to him, and I said, screw it, you just fly it. Tom's been at this for a long time, but this Cherokee is sweet. Man, get me around here, a little altitude, I'm going to trade you. Oh, look at this. Here we go, Tom. Look at these lights. Full flying stab on the Piper Cherokee, available at Motion RC. Look at that, baby. All right, man, let's trade.
There you go.
This is fun. Here you go. You don't have to do nothing. It's already rolling. And I'm just going to try to shoot some touch and goes.
Okay.
This thing flies awesome. You stand by me.
All right.
I don't want to get in your way. That's good. You're fine. So no flaps coming in, settling in super nice. I'm liking the high rate 100%. Hold her off. Oh, my goodness. This thing's got what I call Velcro tires where it just sticks it. Major throw on the suspension nose strut, which is kind of nice for this thing looks legit. So let's go for a little bit of flap. Set up by the book. The book didn't call for expo. What's happening? Can you guys hear me okay? That is an oldie, but a goodie of the Piper Cherokee from E-Flight. That's the first iteration there. And of course, now it's got a new scheme. And Piper's got a brand new bag. There's some, it's got the smart light, I was going to say transmission receiver in it. Guy from our club, Tom, was helping me a little bit there. And this was, I mean, man, this was back when Motion still carried E-Flight. So that's the last time I did a Cherokee was really way back then. You guys want to see me do it again? Let me know in the chat, dude. Who knows if I'll get one, but I can make it happen if enough of you want to see it. I like that plane a lot. I do think they beefed up some of the, typical things, perhaps a little bit. But I mean, I've seen people fly the absolute dog fiddlings out of this plane and it still be fine, even with that full flying stab. Yeah, that's definitely old. Mike SSI, what up? Craig Beavan, Dad, Chuck, Donston, RC Flyby, Boss. Let's see, Eddie K, Ann Golden, Mike Bird. There's old Tom. Man, he may not even be with us anymore. Too. Chuck G, what up? Let me go back to this. Let's let it play. Let me see about making me a little bigger. Just let this stuff play in the back. It's fine. Guys, got to keep me posted on the game right now. I just came down here and it was, 24 or 27, 24? Talk to me. What's going on? So, Boss, San Fran, another one. So what, 31, 24? Is that what we're talking about?
27-24. San Fran. All right. 34-24, 49ers. I like, man, by the end of the year, I like everybody. Man, that's the thing. I just don't have one team. I was definitely going for the Chiefs earlier today, though, and they took it. Although they gave away a lot of first downs. I mean, I think they were going for containment, but it's like, man, your secondary is so far back. You've given up a ton of first downs, man. And the Ravens can make things happen. For a minute, I thought they were going to let it run away from them again, but they kept them at bay. But the Ravens are good, especially when they're clicking. 34-24. All right, thanks, guys. Mini Crawler Man 87, John in the house. What up, dude? Yeah, the Cherokee's a good flyer, man. Any of you guys that were on the fence about the Cherokee's a trike, isn't it? Am I out of my mind right now? Not remembering. Well, Bill, what's up? So the point I'm getting ready to make is yeah. So if you like the RV7, but you want a tricycle gear, the Cherokee and the RV7 to me have a similar character. Kind of short coupled, big Hershey bar wing, as was mentioned. Pretty good. What's up, Paul McNeil? Yep, trike. Yeah, I want another Cherokee. Hit me up, man, in the chat right here if you guys want to see that. Yeah, I noticed Wrightsa was talking about his surface disease that he just caught, but he didn't say where he got it. Must have been the green monkey. Brian Chambers, what happening? Happening. We are going to do later on in the show. I think we go into the archives from last night for the Race Chronicles. Pilot Ryan's Racing Chronicles, sponsored by me and you. And we will talk through a couple of the races. There were some close ones. One qualifier I managed to get. I didn't even know I was doing that well, but I was like, I ended up second place. And then the short course main was pretty good. Me and one of my buddies were awfully close, trading back and forth position, and that was a fun race to watch. And it's short course, so it's real easy to see what's going on, to commentate and tell you guys if you guys think that is interesting. When I say dog fiddling, it's kind of like it's I say that instead of dog piss. It's kind of just for emphasis. You know what I mean? Like really a lot. The dog fiddling's out of it, like the mess out of it, like did it so hard and awesome. Neil Dillon, Reckham Roy. What do you mean Hillary? Who's Hillary? Mountain RC, what's happening? Wild Bill, no, I didn't. I'll have to see that. I'll have to check that out. I'm ready to have an RC day that doesn't involve finding nuts and bolts. Do you have an affiliate for somebody that carries Tamiya? Yeah. You ought to be able to get that stuff at A-Main and Horizon, honestly. Eddie K. I want one of you guys to do something to A-Main, though, because I want to see if it works sometime. You wanting to build a kit, Eddie K? Is that what's going on? What are you looking to build? I just sold an old school vintage Tamiya at the shop today. People like those classics, dude. Clodbuster. Nice. Let me poke around A-Main real quick. I bet they got it. If not, Horizon does. Yeah, a lot of that stuff they're making still. Spencer got to fly. That's cool. Tower, Horizon, A-Main, bro. You can get it anywhere, Eddie. Chuck, it depends what it is you're after. Typically with airplanes, no, because I have to bust your head on shipping, whereas the original, online vendor can do it without charging you. What are you looking for, Chuck? Anything in particular? Fred Barron in the house. What's up? Yeah, it looked like San Francisco finally woke up. Grasshopper and Blackfoot. I just sold a grasshopper, I think it was, that I had in the shop. The people have such a fondness for those vintage kits that it just parts. Yeah, honestly, to support the channel, you're better off just going through Frog. Is that what I had? Just best to go through pilotryanmedia.com and trucks. Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff. I mean, if you don't mind splitting the shipping with me, I'll ship something. But legit, everyone gets a piece. Everybody gets a piece. If I do it that way, because I've got royalty and taxes and all this kind of stuff. So it really is more about the local sale. But I mean, I'm glad to do whatever. You know what I mean? But the affiliate thing works good and it's free and clear. I only pay taxes on that once instead of multiple times in overhead and payroll and everything else. Roy, what is up? David, yourself. Nice. That's why the lady is a tramp, Eddie K says. That's why he wants to get the Clodbuster. Let's go, man. 3424 says Roy. Thank you. Yeah, I told you guys I was going to be late. I saw what I wanted to, really, being able to watch the Chiefs today, but I knew you guys could keep me posted for the last quarter of this one. Awesome, CVO. Yeah, I mean, he bought some wheels and stuff, some bead locks. I actually mounted them up for him. Lions are trying to score now. Lions are a good team. My thing is right now with this game, it's like, who do I want to play against the Chiefs? I mean, I really want the Lions to win, but I think the Chiefs can beat the 49ers easier. But it'd be nice to see the Chiefs beat the Lions in the Super Bowl since, the first game of the year, the Lions beat them. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Right. So I ordered them because when you mentioned that they were like available again. And so I checked the back orders and there they were and they were available. So I paid for them. So it should be any minute now that I see them. But there were shippable back orders and I didn't want to miss out on your lights. So I paid for them. If they don't come in, I'm going to have somebody's axe. $34.31. I might be back in a minute, dudes. I just got within 4. Dang it, dude. Hold on a minute. There was legit a guy that was had it on like live. Hold on a minute. Let's at least we can watch something.
Return formation on the onside kick. Allow San Francisco to retrieve the kick.
He's not showing the game. He's just
Rob with the 2. Thanks for making this game memorable. Thank you for being here. Wow. Another 2. Say hi to my husband, Jose. My team is up. Jose, 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 Jose.
I'll be right back.
Jose, Jose. Mr. Skelly Bones with the 50. Niners are going to win. Here's your 50, my man. I hope this score holds. Jake B, $20. Thank you for the play-by-play. My man, I got you. If that's Jake Brown, my guy, I love you. If it's another Jake B, I still love you. 56 seconds left. Niners had their hands team out. Juwan Jennings on one side, Brandon Ayuk on the other. Lions with the onside kick. The kick is up. It's batted away. It's recovered by George Kittle. It's recovered off the deflection by George Kittle. The Lions only have 2 timeouts left. It wouldn't have even counted because the Lions touched the football at the 9-yard mark. So it would have been interference regardless. Niners have the football. They're on the precipice of making it to another Super Bowl. It would be their second appearance since 2019. And if they win, they'll tie the Patriots and the Steelers for 6 rings, the most of all time. 24,000 people watching live. The audience is stupid. Ali G, F the Lions from Philly. Go Niners. Ali G, you know what's funny? Jake Chipper left the studio, your boyfriend, and the Niners came back. Sandra or Sandra, hopefully I pronounced the right one of the 2 times. $5. Denise, Wine Drunk and Rowdy, LFG. Let's get it. Anza. What a goddamn game, for real. And if you have kids watching, I'm sorry, I gotta say it. What a fucking game. Gene McWilliams, Kira's dad, great job. Thank you, Gene. And thank you so much for watching the show. We really do appreciate that, especially coming from you. What a night. Niners going to take over. It's going to be 1st and 10. 56 ticks left. Lions with 2 timeouts. All the Niners have to do, you don't even have to run the football. Victory formation, you kneel it 3 times. That's it. Niners are going to run it. They give it to Elijah Mitchell. And somehow he picks up about 2, maybe 3 yards right there. Lions are going to call their first time out. I talked all week about how the aggressiveness of Dan Campbell could win the Lions the game or lose the Lions the game. And I talked about how the conservative nature of Kyle Shanahan could win the Niners the game or lose the Niners a football game. The over-aggressiveness of Dan Campbell lost Detroit the NFC Championship game. 2nd and 8. Handoff goes to Elijah Mitchell. Lions will try to strip it. He runs it to the 41, pickup of 1. Lions call their last time out. By the way, I'm going to Vegas, and if this score holds, our coverage in Las Vegas for Super Bowl 58 is going to be incredible. And you don't want to miss it. That's why you subscribe and turn on your notifications. Because we don't just do watch parties. I'll be there Monday through Friday. Player interviews, coach interviews, other content creators, celebrities, other athletes. We got it all. Ball at the 41. I formation. Handoff. Mitchell. Stopped at the line. No timeouts left for Detroit. Game clock at 35. Play clock at 34. 1 second differential. Ladies and gentlemen, the San Francisco 49ers are going to Super Bowl 58. One more hurdle to climb for the Niners. The 49ers overcome a 24-7 deficit in the first half to come back and beat Detroit 34-31 to make it to Super Bowl 58. They outscored Detroit 27-7 in the second half to punch their ticket to Las Vegas. Everybody say it with me. San Francisco! Brock Purdy takes the snap. He kneels it. And it's over. It's over. The Niners win. The Niners win. What a comeback.
They won. It is the Roman Empire, bro. Distraction. All right. Close game. Man, 3 points. Made in the X-Flight T7. Nice, Dylan. Yeah, sorry about the sound. I had to go watch the end of that real fast. And take your call. Mother Nature, line 1. So, anybody do any maiden flights this weekend? And looks like there's some answers. Made in the X-Flight T7A, says Dylan. FMS Rafale, 80 millimeter from Mountain RC. Excellent plane. Balsa timber is too big. It's pretty big. Is the Carbon Z T28 or the Carbon Z Cub too big for you? I think they're like the same size. Eric Quinn, King Rad, Pilot Ryan, nice crawler. Which one are we talking about, Lyndon? Sounds good though to me. Yeah, we needed this. Everybody needs something. Took about a year to get it in the air since I got it from you. You working tomorrow, bro? Dylan? Brian says no, not in this crappy weather. I gotta get some. I'm the absolute worst right now. I was thinking the Lions were going to take this game the way it started off, but then the 49ers actually showed up. I like Detroit, but I like McCaffrey too, though. It's cool. It doesn't matter. Everybody say it's that big Jeep. Got a driver yet? No, I don't. But Fred's ordered some drivers that look like they're good fits for the Jeep. His pictures were a little hard to tell, but it was Richard Dreyfuss from Jaws and some other guy looked like real good fits in that thing. I do have sun crawlers with me here. I do need to order some drivers though. I gotta get a new selfie stick. My gimbal doesn't work anymore. The nice DJI gimbal I had. Apparently, you can only hit it with a car so many times or drop it so many times. Yeah. I'm so ready to get up in the air though with some stuff. I actually know I have some things to finish up to get them ready and charge batteries up. I'm so busy with the daily operations that it's you would think a guy gets to fly all the time. Craig got to finish a Focke-Wulf 90. What do I want to fly next? Oh my gosh, so much. But I'm going to end up just flying whatever I can get my hands on. But what I want to fly is I got Viper 70. I've got a Rafale to build. I got a Carbon Z28 to build. But what's ready is my Beech 18, the FMS F86, the FMS PC21, that Flash 850. I got a glider. I got the Viper 70. Who knows? I should be seeing a big Timber and Cherokee, but who knows? But it depends where I fly, what I'm gonna fly, right? So if I'm stuck at the shop, that determines a little bit what it's gonna be. I'm not going to build anything right now. The only thing I have is the big T28 and the B25, which I'll probably build off camera. And the T28 is just too big. And I have everything moved into the middle of the basement because I got to get this room done. I got to get it finished, a little bit of mud work and trim it out and get it done and cleaned up so we can get carpet down. I got a demo. There's old carpet on the stairs. There's a hole in the wall where a stereo system used to be. So I've got a ton of mud work still in here. And I just cleaned it up enough to put everything in the middle so I can actually work the walls. So I'd hate to get something else out and built. And the box is put up now too. So it's easier to drag out some crawlers. Let's see the progress. There hadn't been none, man. See this tray up here? I've hit it with mud once, but it needs finished off. It needs more. And then see how they did a junk job where the drywall meets the channel for that drop ceiling. So that means I need to I'm not going to finish that because it's garbage. So I'm just going to trim it out with the same stuff that I got to case 2 windows. There's a window behind this light. You can't see, but it looks like this one. So I've got it all finished off, but I got to case it inside and outside. So it needs trim. I had to mud and redo a whole lot of this room, all the way, basically new drywall all the way from here to the corner, and then this whole other wall to a corner, and then the other deal is like stairs, some planes. But there's that stupid radio in the corner. It's garbage, man. I mean, it's just garbage, and it's been easy not to get it done. Craig, thank you. Honestly, if I wasn't so busy trying to follow my dreams instead of doing what made sense, that's what it would be. It'd be property stuff. Yeah, I've done actually okay on some of those. Kenny, what up? The 8-inch figures are a good fit for 1/10, and some bigger body 7-inch figures is okay. You think 10-inch figures for the 1/10 scale FMS would work? Nice. I got to paint some bodies. Take the radio out on your stream. No. I do mud work first. I can't get to the radio because the plane's on the floor. The truth is, I spend enough time doing what I'm doing that when I'm home, I don't want to be down here working away. I want to be up with the kids goofing off. But this will be nice. No, it's family space. And I'll have an office in here, and I'll still stream from here. Frankie, what's up? I'll probably take this corner that I was in before I moved everything in the middle and set it up for videos. Brazen Scale from Southern California. Bruh. So that means it's like 6:30, 7 o'clock there or something. I can start over now? Thanks, man. Thanks. We just kind of wrapped up a little bit. The football game just ended. So both championships were today. So now we know who's in the Super Bowl. 49ers and Chiefs, if you're into that kind of thing. Yep, 7 p.m. You just released a full leaf sprung deal, it looked like, on social media. Guys, if you're into crawlers and building crawler kits in particular, like comp rigs and things like that, check out Brazen Scale RC. And here's his channel. He's doing a live every Monday as well. It's earlier than Fred's, so I believe it's 8 Eastern time. Who knows about this Monday if he's in California now? Probably not. I'm just guessing. Maybe we'll see it live from Cali from him. Who knows? You're at King of the Hammers and stuff, right? That's where he's at. Headed to driver's meeting. Catch you later. Oh, that's where you are, isn't it? Have a good time. This Monday you'll be MIA. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Have a good time, man. Be careful. You need a cameraman or something. Huh? All right, dude. Have a good time. Talk to you later. Sweet. Yep. King of the Hammers. Yeah, I knew it. He said he was going. King of the Hammers, ladies and gentlemen. Off-road heaven. Yeah. He's probably out there with his Jeep, too, and some buddies. Guaranteed. I think he's gone to that thing for many years at this point, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Brazen Scale RC. He makes all kinds of stuff, guys. If you're into the crafted artisan style build, chassis and other parts and skids and things like that, check out his website, brazenrc.com. And that leaf sprung chassis, he's had it before, but they made some more. He's like basically a one-man operation. So when he sells out, he's out until he makes some more, runs some more at his shop. So carbon fiber and metal design work, all that stuff, that's what he does right here in Mishawaka, as a matter of fact. Pretty neat. But folks know him from all over for the work he does. And I would say a lot of companies, in a way, emulate some of the comp designs he's brought to market. Oh, Fred, thanks, man. Brian Chambers, thanks. And Mike, thanks. King of the Hammers. I need to get King of the Drywall knives. That's what I need to do down here in this joint. Holy smokes, Fred. Thanks, man. Right. Yeah, my DJI got a button stuck, and then I'm foolish enough that I took the whole thing apart. I do not think it's going to work after I put it back together. But it's already broken, so it's like, why not take it apart? What I actually am ready to like paint this thing, and then I'm that close to final. It's like paint it, and then if anything screams at me, mud it. Honestly, man, I want perfect a little too much on stuff. Another thing that I didn't show you is the stupid columns. Dudes, the columns are an absolute joke. The mud work on them, they need filled up a ton. And they're like loose. Hold on. I mean, they move. Dude, I might mud those columns. They need filled up. If you guys want to see it, you guys are nuts enough. You would rough as a type of texture. Yes, and actually, you can do some mud work that looks good left alone, but there's also tape joints screaming through stuff and crappy joints, and it's not a texture, it's just they sucked. RC Death Squadron, what up? Screw. Well, the posts are fine. It's just they built these drywall boxes around the posts, and what was holding them in place was basically they didn't do a great job of anchoring them to the floor or anything. They're kind of loose, and I'm sure it was the tack strip and carpet holding them down. I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to do the comments and stuff and yeah, the whole box. I mean the do it. Okay. What's up, Victor RC Jets? Yeah, we'll hang out. We're 40 minutes in, so I got some time. Yeah, boss. There's all kinds of things I can do to stiffen it up. But for now, let me get my mud knives down here in the bucket of mud. And I'll play around on the columns or something. Hold on a minute, y'all. Lackluster drywall. I mean, this. My life is so dumb sometimes. This is what we're gonna do on the stream is mud work. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back. Mud work. Come on. Move everything. All right, turkeys. We'll get this figured out. So I can still see the comments and stuff. What up? Rights is all right. Mud work, drywall mud. So let me try to show you something. See this column? I've already done one pass of mud in it a long time ago, because when they put the corner bead on, it was super low, not flush. From corner to corner, it ought to be flush. So this pass here doesn't even really matter that much. I'm just trying to fill it up. And so what I'm going to do is scrape the high stuff off and clean it up. And fill it back up. And then I'll do that to all four sides. Usually I'll do two sides at a time. And you can see, right, I don't know if you can see this. See that line? That's the kind of stuff you get when there's like a chunk or a bump on the corner bead or any imperfection in the mud. It makes a knife mark. But again, doesn't matter because it's going to be filled up. But I know it's a problem. It's usually just a drip of paint or something. So just knock it down. Clean the corner up so you don't get garbage in the mud you're doing. So I'm not going to hold this and do it. But that's probably okay. Big 12-inch knife. Yeah, bro. I use them like an artist. I'll have my mud on here, and then amateurs use the handle. That's how you hold a knife. All right. Am I seriously doing this right now? This is so dumb. It might keep me from having to mess with it tomorrow, though. I'll be able to do something else instead. That's not a knife. I'm getting to work. I got to read your comments too at the same time. Son of a bitch. This stuff always molds out, dude. Always. God dang it. I don't think I'm gonna mess with this. It's just furry as hell in the bucket. What? My wife. Yeah, this mud is absolute garbage, dude. I swear it didn't used to mold out as bad back in the day. But now if you don't use it all at once, it gets, I mean, fuzzy. I prepped it already, dude. I just scraped it. It's gnarly, bro. It's not just black. I mean, it's fuzzy, dude. I mean, I want to scrape it off. Covered with water. I might take it outside and scrape this shit off. I don't want to do it in here. Let me see if I can scrape the top off this, man. My wife is literally watching the show. She said, don't use this mud. She's like, we'll get new mud. She is hilarious. I was legit gonna scrape. Let me look in the garage real quick. Dang it. I was actually like ready to throw down on it. I don't think I have any more. Let me look in the garage real quick. Good to know this mud is done so I can go get some more in the morning because I haven't done I've been working Mondays for a couple years now at the shop, and I'm not doing that anymore. So I'm gonna get something done on the house. You know what I'm saying? So she said don't use it, and I know her, so I can appreciate that. She doesn't want that moldy stuff uh, in here. Well, maybe I'll do it again some other time. It's not only black, which I'll scrape the black off. It is literally like moldy, fuzzy, and black. Abort mission. And it's a basement. Already basement suffer from some of this mold stuff. Let me run this out to the garage and I don't think I have any more in there, but I'll take a peek and we'll probably get back to our regular scheduled program. Sorry to let you down. I was going to go for it though. All right. Didn't work. Yeah, I got to paint this whole thing. Um, it won't stay green. That's what it was when we moved in. And I used to shoot that way, but not anymore. So I'm going to sit down again. Is that okay? Yeah. Excuse me. I had another bucket in the garage. Guess what? I swear they used to keep longer. They probably made him do it on purpose. Everything's a conspiracy, you know what I mean? Here's my ring light. And Scene. Well, welcome to, I mean, that's pretty much how things go. Fruitless endeavors. Welcome to the life. I swear it used to keep longer. Yeah, that stuff was nasty, dudes. So bad. I'm not doing that right now. That's all right. We're an hour in. Yeah, people used to put a little soap in the mud so when they sand it, the dust is heavy instead of flying all through the air. I don't sand. Partly because I hate the dust, and I'm pretty good at putting the mud down. So I wet sand it. So I use like a grout sponge. It's got like a scrubby side and then a regular side. So that's how I do it. I just put it on nice. No, the soap in the mud makes it, if you're going to sand it, it makes it heavy dust so it doesn't get all over the place because that stuff's insidious. Same with doing hardwoods. That dust goes everywhere. If you've ever done hardwood. The snow was intense, Frankie, and now it's all gone. It has melted and rained off. I know she was so pumped up though. She was watching the show and she's like, dude, he's getting ready to mud. Like she was pumped. Yeah, I just refuse to. I used to, when I did sand it, I used to have it hooked up to a shop vac. But I refuse to sand now. Especially if you're doing it in a house you're living in. Like if you're in a big empty with no floors yet and stuff, fine. Yeah, right, sir. Sorry, I'm not doing it. That might be a members only deal or something. Roy, on airplanes too, I'll wet sand it. But the thin to win is really the best advice, I think. You know what I mean? Because then if there's anything to do, it's very, very minimal. I used to charge people more when they try to do drywall themselves because they actually didn't do me any favors. They made more work for me if they actually tried to do it themselves first. And then I had to fix it. If I could just do it from the beginning, it would be way better. I don't know that emoji, Dylan. Yeah, Jeff, did you do a video on it, man? I mean, dude, those buckets were open just long enough for me to already catch like a back of the throat grossness. X-Fly Otter. No build, but you'll check out Jeff in Lower Alabama. He'll do a flight on his, I'm sure. Ugh. Mess my nose up in a hurry, dudes. Oh, nice. Jeff's got the maiden up. Dylan's building shocks. What? Oh, yeah, you're building the Rift, you said. Those kits are hard to get now, actually, is what I heard. Guys, if we watch Jeff's maiden, you got to go watch it again at his channel. Is that okay, Jeff? Let's pull it up, man. Let me see. Let me dial it in first, and then we'll get over here to YouTube. Going to his channel and looking at videos 2 weeks ago. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to put it up, man. Jeff's one of our buddies. So let me get it ready to go here. Got to get this share screen business dealt with. Two-speed transmission. I'm thinking about, what do you think about the Zeus? Vince, I don't really have an opinion on it, man. I mean, if they ought to send out some of those things to influencers if they want influencers to talk about it. I mean, personally, I like my Vipers and stuff from Horizon, but I'm sure it's a good plane if Freewing made it. All right, man. So let me try to dial him in here. So let's see. We're going to dial it up. And come on, internet. There we go. We're going to make it just like this instead. And like this.
Out here at Eastgate Park, we got Stephen Julie, Rocky, we got Tuco, and we got the
Scorpion 90's nice, Vince.
B25. I thought I saw golfers up there. All right, let's get this maiden in the books.
I did videos on the FMS Scorpion, Vince, way back when it was new on this channel here. It's a great flyer.
Let's go flying.
Maiden flight for our buddy Jeff right here. Nice. What battery you got in here, Jeff?
That sticks off.
If you're buying it online, Vince, man, go to pilotryanmedia.com and click the FMS logo if you want to help support the channel. Any of you guys buying FMS? 6S 5000 says Jeff.
I need something to keep the battery from sliding around. I think if I were to do a stall, like a hammerhead or.
Looks like I'm going to get mud in the morning, fellas.
Got a 5000 6S in there, an old Turnigy.
What's overpriced, Kenny?
Let's try one click of flaps. Okay, I put a little bit of mix in. Looks like I got it right.
You mix down or up, Jeff? I'm guessing it would be down.
I'm flying with 70% rates on everything right now. I'm throwing on my low rates. Let's set up for a landing. It's a maiden after all.
Down. Yep, that's what I thought. Nice flight, Jeff. Guys, we can talk crawlers here in a minute. I'm going to dig on Jeff's video here for a little bit. I know he does this on his show where he shows other people. Jeff's channel is awesome, you guys. Hell of a guy, nice guy. I had dinner with him and his wife, Allie, and Jeremy and Scott and his wife. Nice one, Jeff. Yeah, you better show that twice. Check it out, y'all. Jeff greases it. Nice. Good job. That's right.
Rocky. That's how I was expecting it to fly.
You land with flaps, Jeff?
See if we can taxi back. It's ground is rough. Most of my planes will not taxi.
Guys, I'll talk to you guys about servos and stuff here in a minute. Nailed it.
That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this.
You hit the gear up button.
Nervous. Oh, so nervous. Oh, that would have been a catastrophe.
That looks
there you
good.
have her. That's a successful maiden, I'll say. Whew. Oh, that felt so good. It just felt felt good. There was no, of course, you got to watch it in the turns, and I need nervous. Oh, so nervous. It's ground is.
We're watching that again. All right, here it is. Here it is. Oh, that worked out. Here it is, slow-mo. Flare action. Oh, so cool. It looked pretty pretty cool there in the ground effect.
Rocky. That's how I was expecting it to fly.
Sweet. What a relief.
See if we can taxi back. It's ground is rough. Most of my planes will not taxi. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Nervous. Oh, so nervous. Oh, that would have been a catastrophe. Well, there you have her. That's a successful maiden, I'll say. Whew. Oh, that felt so good. It just felt felt good. There was no, of course, you got to watch it in the turns, and I need to use a little more rudder in the first few turns there. I used a little bit. Putting it together, it went well. There was no real problems putting it together. When you connect the nacelles to the fuse, the wire could be longer. It is super short. I had to get help to put it on. Let's see what else. That's it. I mean, there was no issues whatsoever. I mean, And those tires they're as hard as any tire I've ever felt on a plane. So if you're flying off of pavement, you might need something softer. But man, that was a great maiden. Felt good to get it in the books. We got a slight breeze coming. You can see it's coming from right over here, but it's probably blowing maybe 2-3 miles an hour, if anything. And well, hey, thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing and becoming part of Team Let's Go Flying. Rocky and Tuco playing, having fun, like dogs do. You can pour some water in there. I got to go water the dogs. But anyway, thanks for watching. This is Jeff and the Sun. B25 Flightline Motion RC. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Nice. Good job. Yeah, green slime's good to put on the shock shaft and the threads that you have to run through some of those seals and O-rings and pistons and things. Keep that oil in. Green slime's like a Team Associated makes it. It's cheap. And you don't need much. Building shocks isn't too bad. The oil part is tricky for some folks. But once you've done it a couple times, don't fill them up all the way first and get the air out. Run the shaft up and down in it and try to get the air out. And then you can top them off. A lot of times, if there's a bladder in the shock cap, you don't need to top it off where it's crown, top it off where it's concave instead of convex. There's a bleeder screw. That's cool too. If you do it right, you don't need them, but it's nice to have it. I mean, as long as you don't lock them up, hydro lock them, you're okay. But if they're full of oil and there's no air in it and the shaft is all the way extended and you can get the cap on, you usually won the game. You know, if it's locking up on you, open up that bleeder and then screw them on, and then close the bleeder before you put the shaft in. Yeah. So somebody was asking about servos. Of course, I would love to use like reef servos and stuff like that. However, I don't want to pay that much. And they're stronger than I need them to be. So I like a middle of the road servo. And I've been using an Eco Power servo. It's like an Eco Power 120 that I get from A-Main. And a lot of us are using that in our crawlers and bashers, and they're basically 3 times the torque of the stock servos we would use, and just maybe $70 or $60 instead of like 100 something, like the really nice ones. So Eco Power for a nice strong servo that's not too strong that it's going to break your stuff. I've been using it in all kinds of things. And I'm thinking about doing the VFD transmission swap into the CJ7 because that thing is so rad. It deserves about everything you could do to give it the advantage. But I need to take it back out with it the way it is and see what I think, because if it's good enough, then I'll leave it alone. I've done some changes to it already, and I know they make it better than stock, but lowering that transmission and motor even more, it's not a bad idea. Especially if you like to have scale stuff perform even better. But yeah, a couple projects, man. You guys know it's the same stuff I've been working on. The FJ55, I need to paint it and it's done. I've got a Matt's Off-Road Recovery body, the like old Corvair Morvair deal. They call it a Lakewood at J Concepts, and that needs painted up too. And then I got to decide what chassis to put it on. A couple projects going that way. And again, I'm not sure what I'm going to put the Morvair on, but I want to finish that FJ55 first. Currently, the FJ55 is all mocked up. Everything's been dry fit. It's got inner fenders, rock rails, and basically kind of like a floor in it now. Made it heavy. So it's just ready for paint. And some of you guys have seen what I was thinking about for paint. I'm going to rust it out. I don't know if I'm going to do the patina the same way I always do it, or if I might do salt chipping on this one. And there is a product that literally rusts for real that might be something I want to get a hold of for this one too. So yeah, man, pretty cool stuff. I really do enjoy building the kits. That's why, you know, that's what I think is neat. Like some of you guys that have experience with old RCs and you built them up, you can still get a lot of those kits, especially if it's like name brand. The 35 kilogram from Amazon is good. Cheap, works great. Yeah, I hate Amazon with a passion. So yeah, you guys can save money at Amazon for sure. I hate it though. I hate it. But I can't blame you at the same time. But it's like if you got a shop near you and they sell stuff, I know it costs more to go support the shop, but they definitely appreciate it. I promise you. But if you're going to use Amazon, use mine. Go to polyrhinemedia.com and click through that way. If you just can't stand it any other way. I hate them. I hate them. Running a shop, like I hate him even more than I used to. It's absolutely brutal. And the listings half the time, like people will go on Amazon trying to get parts for a Traxxas or something or whatever, and then they get it and it's the wrong stuff. There's like no integrity with the listings. Sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. Depends who's actually listing it in the first place. But there's no, it's like the Wild West. So folks get the wrong stuff all the time. And then they come in the shop and I gotta, it's not like they're mad at me, but they're confused. It's not good for the hobby, you know, when you look up something and you get the wrong thing. You need someone at a hobby shop to help guide you. You know what I mean? You need someone to help guide you and ask you, like, hey, which slash do you have? There are like 5 different ones. 2-wheel drive brush, 2-wheel drive brushless, brushless 2S 2-wheel drive, 3S version and 2S version. And then there's 4-wheel drive options as well. I need to order. Okay. Big Jim, what up, man? Anyway, I mean, I got buddies that know me. I mean, here in town, and I mean, they show me all the time the stuff they're getting off of Amazon for their crawlers, and I can't be mad at them, dude. You can't beat those stupid prices. It's brutal, man. Like it was hard being a hobby shop before online. And then that's not even talking about marketplace. Thanks, Dad, for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. So yeah, we're hanging out tonight, Sunday. Generally, I'm no longer doing Mondays anymore. So I am going to be working on this basement office romp room tomorrow. Brookie's off for the first couple of days of the she's off like Monday, Tuesday. So she'll be my partner in crime tomorrow. Get this thing done, and then I can get her outside with a camera, I'm hoping. She's the one who would snap after 2 minutes back in the old days on some of my first videos. You know what I mean? Be like, back before I knew what a timer was and I was flying until the battery ran out, she'd be 2 minutes in and be like ready to land it. But that was then, and this is now. So maybe we can get her to not snap me down. You know what I mean? People love the Injora stuff, but as a shop, I can't get it. If I get it, I have to order it to the same place everybody else does and then mark it up. And then people hate you for that. I mean, I'm not too worried about that. It's just I'm not doing it. People like it a lot. Kenny, yeah, man. Oh, well, is what it is, I suppose, as they say. LVC is an auto lander. Yeah. Brian says it'll be funny Tuesday if somebody comes in and asks for drywall mud. Maybe I can get some work. I'll start doing that instead of review videos, since they don't send them to me hardly anymore. Hour and a half. How are you guys doing, man? You about ready? Any things you'd like to talk about real quick, or anything else you want to look at? RC drywall, really crusty. Yeah, man. Goes both ways, I suppose. For the Cirrus, hey guys, what size of Dubro low bounce wheels would you put on the Cirrus? My Cirrus is at the shop at the moment, or I would measure the wheels and tell you. It's a real bouncer. Full bleed the speed, G. That's what that thing needs. Full bleed the speed, like the guys do with the 70mm Vipers and the little Bayhawks and the Yak 130s. Full bleed it. But yeah, different tires are nice. And honestly, man, Dubro tires are great, but they're heavy. Full flaps and cannot flare too high. You can do it. You can do it. Bleed it. It's still got, if it's bouncing on you, then it's either too slow or it's got too much speed and it's not done flying yet. Yeah, I would definitely get the same diameter wheels, but if you want to keep it light, if you want to keep it light, look at the Dave Brown foamy wheels. What are we talking about, boss? Yeah, we'd have to see his landings to really give him good advice, but Jeff says try to land the rear wheels first, definitely. You ought to be able to set the pitch basically and throttle to control the rest of it. Really, I want to know if it's bouncing because it's too slow, if it's bouncing because it's too fast. That's what I want to know. If he's bouncing because he's too slow, then get rid of the full flaps. If he's bouncing because he's too fast, too fast. Do you do touch and goes with it at all, or just landings? The best landings are touch and nose. So you got enough speed to fly away without horsing the throttle and doing all the torque business. So like flying it in really nice, idle power, just kiss it with the rear wheels, and like it with a touch and go, you would ease the power back in and take off, and it would all look pretty nice. Treat your landing like a touch. If your touch and go was smooth, do your landing the same way. Just don't go. I've never even heard of Adam's Playground. They whacked out one of the Surface influencers last week. It's all been taken down. Adam's Playground. Man, I don't remember, Eddie. That one ought to let you do both. But it's such a good flyer, you might need a 3-point it. That's Jeff in Lower Alabama's B25 video. I have no idea what he's using in there. You know, Eddie, what's funny too is like, even on my P40, I'll go for a 2-point, but if I'm still too fast, it ends up being a 3. It's like a 2, skip, bleed it, 3. I feel like the Spitfire and the P40 will let you land either way really well. The Air Tractor, everybody's saying 2-pointer. I think it'll let you do whatever, but it's been a while. Kenny says 2-point with the Air Tractor. Look up a channel and check it out. Okay. Spectrum 8-channel non-AS3X receiver is what he had in that B25, says Jeff. Viper 90. The Vonti's nice as well, without a doubt. But the Viper 90 is my favorite. I got killer videos of the Viper 90 on this channel. I actually screwed up and had reverse thrust mixed in with safe. And I was demoing safe in the video like I always do, since my channel is about flying this stuff more than just sitting here. It's a good video. Good plane. Great plane, Viper 90. And if you're going to get one, do me a favor, go to pilotRunMedia.com and click the Horizon Hobby logo first, or the link in the description to the video if you go check it out. They're both fine. I like the 90mm Viper though. Axel says his ruler says 2 1/4 inches on the Cirrus. Then I would go for I would do Dave Brown's, not Robards, or not Dubro's. Dubro does have some foamy tires though too that are nice and light. But the thing about the Dave Browns is I know they're super squishy. If you go with the Captive Air rubber Dubro's, they're heavier. You're going to need to sleeve the axle so it doesn't wallow around in there. And they're probably not going to fit in the wheel pants. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. The Dave Browns are going to be like the same like wheel thickness than the air tires, which are going to be the air tires. The challenge with them, they're great, man, but the challenge with them was always spacing them out away from the axle so they don't rub against the strut and stuff. Those wheels will quiet it down if it's chattering on, if he's flying off a pavement or whatever. It'll help a little bit, but yeah, he's got to sort out that approach and all that. But if you're changing the wheels, my only problem with the Dave Browns is that if I have Dave Browns on a plane, I'm hanging that plane up. because they're so soft that they'll get a flat spot on them if you leave them setting on the wheels. That's my only gripe. They're not that soft. They're not as soft as Dave Brown's. Yeah, inflatables. These tires are too small to be inflatables or rubber, man. The Bison's a bigger plane, more wing. It's easier to carry that extra weight. I even on big Carbon Z Cubs and stuff like that, when I put rubber tires on the Beaver, and they're like an inch and a half smaller or an inch or so smaller than the stock ones. Because I knew if I was going to throw rubber tires on there, I don't need them to be the same size because I don't want it I don't want to notice they're there, is what I'm saying. Because I've done the exact size swap out with big inflatable Kavan or DeBro tires. And as awesome as they are, they're heavy and you know it. You don't need to have inflatables though. Like legit, the Airfield and the Husky, the air-filled tires don't have to be inflatable. Honestly, they hold their shape. When I used to use the DeBro tires, I would legit drill a hole right in the center of the O to try to make them even softer. And it's not like they're going to go flat on you. They hold their shape so well. Yeah, Robarts are awesome, especially if you want scale. I still wish I had my Mustang with those on there. That was a sick mod from Jerry. Being able to use Robarts on the stock 1.5 Mustang hubs. So good. Lube the axles and lose the noise. Yeah, it'll help. But super hard to, I mean, back in the day, man, we were flying these Warbirds with super hard tires. On pavement and stuff, me and Mike, and they were just so loud. We put the Dave Browns on all kinds of stuff. Vaughn, back in the day, I made the videos for the TA 152 and I flew it on 3S and 4S. It's a heck of a flyer. It'll sting you though if you're not careful, but it is a pretty good flying plane. I haven't messed with it forever. I don't really mess with motion planes too much. But yeah, I mean, I did the original videos on it. They might still be up there at Motion. I'm not sure, unless they paid somebody to make them again. Michael Bear is telling you that he's been known to make wheels out of foam board axle, not for the planes we're flying. It's all out of whack. It is all out of whack, man. We're going to cut it in about 10 minutes. We'll cut it in about 10 minutes, unless you guys keep me going with some line of conversation. The Byron Staggerwing, probably pretty big, wasn't it? I would guess it was. But yeah, Vaughn, I mean, back to your question, it really kind of depends on your experience. What have you been flying already? You know what I mean? If you're ready for that one or not. Okay, so I guess we're done. Let's see. Square wheels, circle cutter, pizza box, Madhouse. You always come in at the end, bro. What do you want to talk about, Madhouse? I'm fitting to be splitting. Fitting to be splitting. We can't give him an Spitfire. You like Warbirds. 12 millimeter, 1200 P51. The E-Flight one. You're flying the 1400 Free Wing P51. Is that going well for you? Are you consistently landing it? If so, you can fly whatever you want next. You'll be fine. If you're nailing that one, you'll be all right. Back to work, says Axel. Have I flown the Apprentice? Which one? I did videos on the Mini Apprentice a long time ago. I haven't flown I actually have had my hands on the big one. The E-Flight P51 is easier to fly and land. Can you hand launch and belly land the V1200 without the gears? You better have an arm. You know what I'm saying? You better have an arm. And I would almost put it in safe to do it. I would definitely put it in safe to do it. My thing is, if you're worried about the landing on the V1200, I would try to take off on the wheels, be ready for the ground loop. It's not as bad as you think it would be, though. And, but belly land it if you're worried about you're going to beat up those gear more on the landing than you are the takeoff. So, like, I could totally see taking off with the wheels. And I did videos on it too, guys. Look and see what I did. Sometimes I even showed grass too. Ops. It's free to watch all this content that I've slaved over making for years and years. Big glider rolling cart. I mean, I wouldn't go to that trouble, but you could. The Apprentice stall. Is that the new one, the 700 millimeter one? I haven't messed with it yet. What kind of tires do you like on a road car, foam or rubber? Which gives better traction? If I'm racing with other people, I'm going to default to what they're doing. I mean, I like rubber because it's more scale to me. Yeah. But I do know guys run both. You know, some guys are running, I think some of the carpet racing oval guys or sprint car guys actually use foam tires. If you're outside, the foam's going to get eaten alive, though. So rubber might be the way to go. I don't know. It depends on what you want to do with it, really. I'm wanting to fly an Aero Scout too and put floats on it. Michael Bear says you can hand launch the V1200, but it is tricky. I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, it's going to be a beast. It's powerful, but it is for what it is. Some fast stuff I've done, especially the Reno Racer Warbirds, are super, super torquey. Now the V1200 is also, but not near as violent does it move to the left as the like the Warbirds Reno Racers that I've flown all of. So it's still there, but it's not as bad as like Sea Fury, Critical Mass, Rock Hobby, Racer, Corsair, Mustang. Did they do another one? The P39. I mean, it's a trike, so that helped. On the Vortec, I'd go with the tires it came with. Unless I wanted to drift it, then I put those hard plastic tires on. Those rubber tires that come on them are nice. I mean, you're going to wear them out, but it depends how drifty you want to be, how skiddy are you going to drive it. Like when I had the Felony, I wore through tires every time I took it out, unless I drove it on warehouse concrete that wasn't rough. But yeah, on that Traxxas road car, I'd go with the stock tires. That's what I'm saying, Michael Bear. Like, take it off on the wheels. If you're worried about your landing, then belly land it. But if you can take it off on the wheels, do it. All right, EQ. See you later, man. Take care. 11:15 Sunday night. 11:15 where I'm at. Anyway. Yep, I need to make orders for the shop. So I will probably do that now pretty soon. So wish me luck. Wish me luck. And hopefully you guys are seeing some flying weather out there. Eddie, let me know if you end up doing something. I want you guys to let me know if you do A main stuff, because I want to see if it works. I talked to some guys that it's probably about time to do interviews again. Some of the channels we like. But I want to get this basement done first. But Nate said he'd come on, and I'm pretty sure I get Brian on here too. And it's about time to touch base with Tail Heavy guys too. See what they're up to. I haven't caught their last couple Saturday vids, I don't think. Blue Sky, everybody, happy landings. First flight yesterday, Axel, on what? The Fox Glider or what? Inquiring minds want to know. We're down at 29. Give it a like on your way out. Give it an unlike on your way in. Do something. Engage with it. First flight on the Cirrus. Awesome. Yeah. It's a neat flyer, dude. It's a neat flyer. You'll get it figured out. It's supposed to get cold for the next 2 weeks, at least throughout the country, says Wrightsa. Like says Dylan, building the Rift. Had a 400-foot ceiling in the fog. Yeah, our snow is basically gone now. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I got to round up my camera stuff. I've been borrowing my father-in-law's truck. Some of my camera stuff's in my truck. I got to get a lot of things together. On the Midway Tower app. Nice. Nice. 2-minute warning for us here on the stream. Thanks for coming by. Super Bowl's in 2 weeks. We're going live after the Super Bowl. I'm not missing it. Oh, you guys want to do the racing thing real quick? I was going to do that. The commentary. That's fun. You guys want to do that? I know you guys are like out the door. Let me dial it in. This is always so fun, I think, sharing this with you guys. All right, hold on. All right, so we'll just go to this one. And let me get it dialed in and make it big. And we'll share this screen. If it's going to let me. Come on, man. All right. They're definitely going to leave now. That's fine. Yeah, let's do this race deal. Hold on a minute. So, I mean, unless you want to leave, get out of here. But the racing thing is kind of fun. So let me go. I'm here. And I'm going to blow it up. And we can watch it. Okay, so I'm like the 6th car in this. So everybody's run clean for a few laps. I just went through the chicane. I just hit the double on the back. So here I come. Right there, made the turn at the end of the straightaway. Just made the jump in the back wall. Hairpin, jump, tabletop drop. I'm on it. I let my buddy go because I didn't want to hit him. So I'm behind Marshall right now. He just hit the triple. I hit the triple. Now watch us the rest of the race. We are trading for position. I almost spun out. There I make my turn. He's ahead of me. Pretty good. But all it takes is one mistake to catch back up. So
5 minutes left.
I just hit the tabletop drop through the chicane, hairpin, triple, whoop-de-doop, the back double. I'm coming down the straightaway right behind Marshall. Hit the turn pretty tight. Back jump. Hairpin to this turn, to this jump. And then I'm on the tabletop, taking a wide through the chicane, man. It was loose for me this day. And Marshall, he just made that turn at the bottom of the straight. So he's like half a lap ahead of me. right now. He's hit the I hit the back jump. He's on the tabletop. I'm just now coming to the tabletop. I know that's my car. That's why I'm commentating so you can tell which one it is. Guys are wrecking. So I just got through the chicane, hit the triple, back double. I'm coming down the straightaway. Go Speed Racer.
4 minutes
Go.
left.
So dude just messed up and messed up again. And then I got to do the whole track, but the dude just starts from there, skips part of the track. It's okay. So he's like one of the leaders. I'm on his tail hard. Marshall's way ahead of me at this point. I think he might have just wrecked. Somebody did. Yeah, it was Marshall. So, dude, one of the leaders wrecked again. So now and Marshall had wrecked. So I'm right behind Marshall. He just hit the jump, going to the tabletop. I'm right behind him at this point. I'm zipping through that chicane a little better. But he's going to be in the lead most of this. We're battling for position. The rest of these guys are ahead of us pretty good. But number one, not number one, I'm sorry. He messed up bad enough. He's right there with us.
3 minutes left.
He's in there. He about hit me. I just hit the triple. Marshall just hit the double. We're both coming down the straightaway. Here we go. And then we're all fighting for our position. Even the orange car is fighting for us. And then that blue and white car that just came and the yellow and orange one, they're the number 1 and 2. And that was the number 3. So let's see. There's Marshall. There's guy got in front of me. There I am. He wrecked again. He said pull it at this point. So I'm not far behind Marshall. He's hit the tabletop. I'm hitting the tabletop now. One of our buddies wrecked, but ended up on his wheels. Leaders are coming up behind us at this point now, about to like lap us. There's Marshall made his turn at the bottom of the straight. There's I. These guys are behind.
2 minutes left.
It's a very technical track. It's really a buggy track more than anything. So I just came off a tabletop, chicane, whoop-de-doop, triple, boom. Still keeping a pretty decent margin behind Marshall. If he makes and he spun out. He rolled it over into the wall. Now I'm ahead of him. Now the chase is on. So look at it. I about lost it in the turn, but I'm aggressive enough to take it. I let the leader go by me and managed to keep my position. Second place, I let go by me, but I kept my position. And now the leaders have passed us. Me and Marshall are going at it. I spun a little, but I kept my position. I'm just barely like 1 car length. Watch this jump. He is like 1 car length behind me. And then he's in front of me again. He's pretty good.
1 minute left.
Marshall and the number 2 driver wrecked. So I'm passing him again. And now I am, and then the other leader wrecked. So here I am. I'm coming on the tabletop. Now I'm stuck in the tube. Leaders get back in front. One guy that was behind us a lap or so let me in. And then the leader stuffed it in the tube again. So I'm right behind the number 2 guy right now. He's yellow and orange. I'm right there behind him. Marshall's coming up, trying to catch back up. Good time. 6 minutes of some serious racing. I'm right, and he stuffed it in the tube. So now I'm past the leader again, which means if he's on me, I got to let him go by again. And I'm like, I'm racing at this point. I don't even care. And he messed up, and I spun out almost. And I made a good turn here. He's right on.
Ryan Ramsey done with a 15-lap 6.0.1 result. Mark Nicely done with a 16-lap 6.0.3 result.
Barely
Josh A. Bright done with a 13-lap 6.01.3 result. Marshall Feltz done with a 15-lap 6.01.9 result.
4th place.
Dave Fowler done with a 16-lap 6.03.9 result. David Garcia done with a 17.
Not too bad for me. So listen, let's watch one more. Let's watch one more if you're still here. Let me get this one small. We're going to go to So there, and it's kind of cool. See my lap times and the fastest lap and my consistency and all that stuff. It's kind of neat. We're going to go to one of the qualifiers where I managed to do halfway decent for me. Let's see. We'll go to, my main was awful, but I want to go to one of the qualifiers. This one. It's harder to see who's who in this. So I'm starting off in like nearly last. It's harder. This is buggy, so it's harder to see who's who. But I'll try to keep us informed. I think that's me, just took the turn. Yep. So I'm on the back, just hit the thing. Middle jump. I'm coming up to the tabletop right now. That's my car. It's hard to tell. Silver, white wheels. Go around the guy who stepped it in the tube. I'm on the triple and hitting the back double and coming down the straightaway. That's me. That's me. Hitting the back double before the hairpin. That middle jump. Guys are wrecking. That's the leader right in front of me at this point, and someone coming up on me for me to make a mistake. So I started in like 7th position in this race. And right now I think
4 minutes left.
Not sure. I'm approaching the tabletop. I think that's Brittany right there behind me. Maybe it's Dan Miles. Dan ended up winning this qualifier, had a whole lap on most of us. But I got 2nd place on this one. I fought for it. So yeah, Tompkins has the blue car. Me and White are going at it. We just crossed the tabletop. Double, triple, I mean. And a wreck on the back wall, but we land clean. I actually landed and drove over the tube and still kept my position. And the leader had messed up, so he's actually behind me right now. And
3 minutes left.
In front of me, and then hit the tubes again. So I'm in front of him at this point through the chicane, hitting the trip, and I'm on the back double coming down the straightaway behind. Oh, I hit the tube, but landed on my wheels, but someone else messed up worse than I did. So that was me. Now I'm hitting that back jump, hairpin to the middle jump, and coming to the tabletop. Zipping through the chicane best I can. Great turn right there. If I can make it, set up for the triple. Boom. Goes the dynamite. Back double. Here we come down the straightaway. Cutting it tight. Back jump. Hairpin to the middle jump. Give it the gas. Stop again. Double. Hit the tabletop. Chicane. Chickow. Triple. I mean, there's so much going on here.
2 minutes
So
left.
you're like in the power, neutral. In the power, neutral through the turn. In the power, brake, turn. In the power, gas, turn. Dodge the kid. Through the chicane. Whoop-de-doop, triple dipple. Out of the power, rolling through, 2-wheel drive buggy. In the power, as fast as you can go. Out of it. In it. Out of it. In it, brake, turn, in it on the landing, and back in it through the chicane. Wherever you have a chance to give it the gas, you have to. So there's a lot of stopping and going, dude, but you're not stopping fully. You're just like tapping brakes or letting it neutral run through. Okay, just hit the straightaway, and I'm on the back. Hairpin to that middle jump. Approaching the tabletop. I'm running pretty
1
clean.
minute
I'm having a
left.
good qualifier right here. Try not to hit the person, tap the tube, but I still kept my position. Just tightened up a little bit. Another guy got my way. Looks like I made it through that mess and now that person's on me too. So there's 3 of us going. They are on me, and I managed to keep my position despite them. Actually, I'm in center right there, and they get tangled up, I think, and I make it through them. Let's see who comes out. Yep, I'm in the nope. I'm in the 3rd position right there out of those 3. But who knows? I may be a lap ahead of them. I mean, there's that happens too. I'm right there with them in my way a little bit. I bumped the guy in the black car. I'm right on him. I'm coming down the straightaway. I am right there, not the blue one. Yeah, they must have been a lap behind me because I end up, let's see, here I come. I'm on the tabletop. Tabletop. I just went through the chicane. I'm on the triple.
Richard Gordenier done with a 12-lap 5:05.7 result. Dan Miles done with a 14-lap 5:20.2 result.
In place. And
Justin Tompkins done with a 13-lap 5:17.2 result.
but
Brittany
Dan
Hadley done with a 13-lap
had a whole other lap
5:19.7
on.
result. Ryan Ramsey done with a 13-lap 5:15.3 result. Braden Hubbard done with a 12-lap 5:17.9 result.
My heat from
Marshall
before,
Feltz done with a 13-lap 5:25.3 result. All drivers are finished.
my heat from before, I actually
The race is
like 14.5 instead of 13.5, but I didn't place as good. Crazy. Good times. Good times, man. Ripping and gripping. Yeah, dude, the transponder in the cars is absolutely killer. You know, to be able to see your stats, your fastest times, your averages, and everyone else's too. Really cool. It makes you feel like, and that's liverc.com. You can see races from all around, and you can try to find races near you too if you want to go check it out. But LiveRC streams all over. How much battery left after a race? Probably 50 to 60%. It's 5-minute qualifiers and 6-minute mains. So after the 6-minute main, we're down to probably about 25% left in the battery. Pretty cool. Guys, thanks for coming by. That's going to do it for me tonight. If you like that call, not calling the races, but kind of recapping some, give it a like. You know what I mean? Let me know. Vaughn, what video are you looking for, man? Oh, yeah, you're probably not going to find it. They probably already made a new one. Let me see if I can find it real fast. If so, I'll put it in the chat. And it would have been on their channel, not mine, back when I used to run it. I think I found it. Fine. I'm going to put it up on the TV. You guys want to see it? Yeah, YouTube's a place to look. Give me a second. I just found it. So I'll play it here. No, I'm not leaving. let's see, add a window. This is another throwback. All right, this is it. Present, share. Seven years ago. 39,000 views.
Pilots, welcome back to Motion RC. You're here today with your pilot Ryan and Captain Mike. On the deck, we are proud to present the 1300 millimeter TA 152. We have a functioning air scoop here, have the awesome baffle, and even on the wingtips back here next to the aileron are plastic bits to help keep it protected. Pitot 2 for airspeed. Let me flip it over and show you the retracts. Metal trunnion retracts, also metal reinforcement plates here. Really nice mag tires, soft. Here's the landing gear. Fit smartly up in there. And then here's the flaps, split flaps as they should be. And what's cool about this plane is the wide diversity of batteries you can use. The 3300, 3000, and 2500, even though one's a 3 and 2 or 4-cell batteries, they all fit smartly back here, which is great. A guy could fly a 2200 or 2600 3-cell as well, and you can see there's tons of room that you can play with to move it forward to achieve the right CG. Fantastic flying plane, very cool. Let's get this thing up, Mike. Stay in the back pressure, but relax it, or she'll be off in a hurry on a 3-pointer. There we go. I'm gone. We're going fast right away, Mike. You ready?
Yeah.
This thing is a zoomer, dude.
I took off on low rate this time. Look at this. That is moving. Low rate for me is 55%. 30% expo all around. Wow. My high rate is 70% throws. Same 30% expo.
That wing makes it snappy though.
Into a big barrel roll, Mike. You ready? Holy moly. It's fantastic.
Mike says he bought this plane because of the video. A lot of guys
go
did,
up,
I think.
and loop it back down. Sweet. Going back in a high rate.
And literally, this is probably the second or third flight on this plane because we would always do a battery for photos, and then I would do the video.
One thing I haven't done is see what a stall turn looks like with this one. Nurse it through a little bit. Wow, that's great. Reverse Cuban.
King of the high-speed stall, yeah, for sure. I about lost it in this video, I think, if I remember right.
Look at it carry its energy. This thing glides amazing. It's really got racing character and Warbird good looks. I mean, just very, very cool. Look at that.
Yeah, Dylan.
And the vertical is ridiculous.
Yeah, Fred.
It'll go forever, guys. Even on 3-cell, the vertical is just really something else. All right, I'm going to dive right at us. Zero power still sounds mean, doesn't it? Fantastic.
This is all I was supposed to be ever doing.
I love it.
Fellas.
Now, we know it goes
Not
fast,
into
right?
horse shit
Now let's see
that I'm
how
stuck
awesome
doing
fly slow.
Right now.
And I'm going to get straight and level here and at a pretty good speed and show what happens when you drop the flaps. Really not much at all. So half flaps. You see it just boom, just put the nose down to a perfect landing position. Didn't change anything to any detriment whatsoever.
I don't know, but don't get
Same
excited,
thing,
y'all.
flight level.
If you
Got
go
pretty
get
good
it,
speed for
tell
dropping
them who
flaps,
sent you, I
full
guess.
flaps.
That'd be hilarious.
Bam, nothing but slowing it down. Perfect attitude for landing. Flightline RC
I think
has
they
hit another
probably
grand
do.
slam with this rarely modeled, if ever, in foam TA-152. With a 1,300 millimeter wingspan, ready to go 3-cell or 4-cell power out of the box. Beautiful paint scheme, comes with the base livery on there, and then you can add your own decals that come with the kit and give you a multitude of different, numbers for that squadron. Fantastic flying plane available at Motion RC. As always, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook and Google+.
Oh,
Don't forget
nice.
to jump in the conversation at the Hobby Squawk forums. We'll see you there. For Captain Mike on the camera, this is your pilot Ryan on the sticks. See you at the field next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Nailed it. Just nailed it. All right. That's it. That's it for that. That's all right. I mean, wasn't that the Dora version of the Focke-Wulf 190? I don't know if it is or not. I think the Dora had a longer nose, but it still had the Focke-Wulf wing. I could be wrong. I don't remember anymore. But it's easy to make that assumption, but I think for whatever reason, it's not. It's the TA-152. I don't think it was a Dora, or we'd have been calling it that, I think. Again, I think the Dora is a regular old Focke-Wulf wing, but it's a longer nose. This thing looks like the Dora because it's stretched out, but the wing is also too different, makes it not one. Nope, not the Dora, says Mike. Yeah, that seems to be right. I remember that. All right, guys, we'll see you. Thanks so much. There's a lot of cool short form I've got, but I haven't made a lot of new. But make sure you're following the Instagram and me on Facebook, even TikTok, of course, here on YouTube. Yeah, we'll get after it one of these days, but I'm here. So we'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much. We're out of here in 5. Hanger Rats forever. 3 later. You're too good to be forgotten. Thank you all who are members of the channel and for all your support. Everybody, thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Bye now. Boom.